Oh, I was watching a video about Goku being a legendary Super Saiyan and what if, and I was like, oh gosh, this is so stupid because it's not considering that is legendary Super Saiyans aren't very gentle or anything like that, and I want to do it in a realistic way, which could happen within Dragon Ball and how sort of it will be, not just because it's cool to see Goku as a legendary Super Saiyan for no reason at all, unless it's for due to a wish and it happens at some point. You have to consider that it will affect Dragon Ball too, like when Goku was a kid too. It would affect even before that. So I'm starting this what if. And you may be wondering, why is Neon, the one from Dragon Ball Super, the scientist, there? Well, because she was very optimistic of the legendary Super Saiyan of Broly. He could be a legendary Super Saiyan. And then what happens is that Broly gets sent away, right? So she will probably keep the DNA samples. And she will start the program, which will officially be for Saiyans to control their Osaru forms better, to modify Saiyans to control their Osaru form better. Uh, but because you're watching this what if, that is not really to do that. What she wants to do is to create legendary Super Saiyans. And she develops a drug which suppresses the legendary Super Saiyan genes while she is researching, so it's not detected the enormous power levels, and there's not all of that destruction, and the way the legendary Super Saiyans can grow up. And once they are grown, they can go off the drug and live sort of train normally, and maybe become the strongest Saiyan warriors ever. So she develops that project, and Bardock and Gine sign up for the project to have their next song, who they probably will call Kakarot. They thought that was a good name to have him control the Osaru form better, because that's the intention of the program. So they sign up, but then the day comes in which Planet Vegeta seemingly is going to be destroyed because Frieza is calling everyone back. So what they do is what they do apart from that is he gets kid Kakarot, the baby Kakarot, from his pod or whatever where he was, and he just sends him to Earth. Now he doesn't have the drug to suppress his legendary Super Saiyan genes, so he he will eventually activate. For now, they're shut down those genes because that's epigenetics. You can shut down genes in different ways, and emotions matter too. So if Goku somehow starts getting angry or whatever, and over time it will activate, so he will become a legendary Super Saiyan like Broly is, because it's modified to be that. It's modified to be a super weapon, a weapon of mass destruction at best, worst I mean, and at best a super warrior. So he arrives on Earth and meets, as his power level is growing. Right now it's probably about 50. Slowly growing as more and more cells activate their true power. So he meets Gohan, who maybe he calls Grandpa Gohan, but here there's a big difference. Well, Grandpa Gohan understands that the kid is way too strong, so he doesn't try to sort of control him or anything, or even grab him. Just gives him food, and the baby jams with him on his own because he wants the food. But here's what happens: that he maybe does fall, but once he falls, he's not going to hurt his head at all. His power level by that time is probably about 80 or 90. It's a lot higher than it was at that point and in the original story. So he hits himself on the head by falling, and nothing happens. He still remembers his father, his mother, and Neon. Yes, he still remembers her. He remembers them all. Because Saiyans have this kind of weird, very powerful memory, even though they were babies. That's how yes, he will sort of feel that the loss of them. But life will go on. Now, what happens is that not long later, his power will keep growing, and he will have those rage outbursts, really large rage, mm, energy correlated growth. Both of them, like rage creates and more summons more energy, and energy rises the rage. And then he sort of goes back to normal after he has punched some dinosaur or whatever. But one day he turns into an Osaru. And that Osaru, because Goku probably at that time has a power level of about, because his genes are already all activated, and I'll say that's 1200 at that point. But as an Osaru and getting angry and so on, it's more than 12,000. Let's say that's 20,000 or something like that, because he's gone Osaru and he's sort of angry for some reason, because Osarus are always sort of kind of angry. And he obliterates Grandpa Gohan. If I'm going to call him Grandpa Gohan, which is a ludicrous way of calling somebody who's not your grandpa, because just because he's old that means as he's a grandpa? How stupid is that? Like, it doesn't make sense. No, seriously. He obliterates that Gohan. He wouldn't call him grandpa because it's not his grandpa. He knows that. He knows that's just a friend of him. And then when he wakes up, he discovers that the grandpa is, or Gohan, let's say, is gone. He's dead. So he's sort of broken by that, and rampages once again, killing off a lot of dinosaurs around the area, like obliterating them with a single punch, and calms down after a while. The dinosaur. Then goes back to living like the original Goku there in Gohan's house. After he has killed like every dinosaur in the forest. Because he blamed the dinosaurs for doing it. Or at least, like, maybe they were, I don't know. Who could do that to Grandpa Gohan if it's not a dinosaur? After all, it's like those large feet, it must be a dinosaur. So he killed all the dinosaurs in revenge. Vengeful Goku obliterated them to avenge good guy Gohan, his only friend, and like nearly his father or grandpa or whatever. Like, someone he really respected and sort of loved in a way, in the way that Goku loves somebody that's more like you want to find or whatever. You're really strong, that kind of way. So Bulma will show up. Once Bulma shows up, she will see this weird kid that's in the middle of the road, probably, or not. But no, not on the middle of the road. I'm sorry, because Goku has such a power level that he will have the reflexes to avoid her and wouldn't cross. He wouldn't cross against him. So you will stop the car, and Goku will just punch the car or whatever, thinking that's a monster. The car is wrecked, but Bulma survives, thankfully. And after she calms down and nearly getting nearly firing at Goku because Goku was wrecking her car. But this Goku is not that much of an idiot. And yes, Goku is an idiot, even though you might say, no, he's not. Yes, he is. And I mean, yeah, kind of like he's very smart, but smart more like a powerful computer is smart that does weird stuff that people don't understand, but he doesn't have true intelligence, true advanced intelligence. Like, for example, if you see a car and you think there's a monster, someone has to be an idiot. Even if they have never seen a car, there's a clear difference. Monsters don't have people inside them, and they don't have giant glasses in front of them. Like they allow to see their interior and they don't look like machines. So I assume that Goku was a total idiot, but this one is not that much. He's enough to punch the car, especially because he likes punching things. But he's not that much because he didn't hit his head when he was a baby. So his brain is intact. He's not going to be dumb Goku anymore. It's more like normal Saiyan Goku, but raised on Earth. So not too Saiyan like. Mm. Alright, so I'm going to end this and continue because sometimes the audio gets wrecked and I want to make sure that it's alright. Okay, now that Bulma's car is wrecked and Goku recognizes her as fellow human being, or well, not fellow human being, but as a human being, and he himself has probably a Saiyan. Yes, he remembers that he's a Saiyan. Yes, he does. But he respects humans, so he's not going to kill her or anything. But he is like, "What is your business here, young human?" And she's like, "Oh no, my business. Oh, in search for the certain artifact. Maybe you could help me. And it's right over there, at the end of the road, I think." "You mean at my house? Anyway, what's wrong with you? Why do you have those kind of weird things on your chest? You look weird." "Oh, what are you talking about, Bert? Are you a girl? Oh, so it's true. But I heard about them. They have different body parts. Strange." So, Goku, after hearing about the Dragon Balls, would sort of go like, "Oh, so you say that they crown wishes?" That's because Bulma was forced to say it, because if she didn't, he wouldn't give the Dragon Ball to her. No way. And she's like, "Oh yes, it's the crown wishes, of course they do." "Oh, so I will join you. Definitely. Let's go. I will revive Gohan or bring my parents here. Gohan has priority." So they start their journey. And here I'm going to use a list of episodes because I like to keep it cool. Dragon Ball episode from Wikipedia, so that I can so that I do not make mistakes. Or not many. Or some mistakes, obviously, like everyone, but then a little of them. Okay, so here what happens is that I don't even need to read it. And that dragon captures that dinosaur will capture Bulma, but that doesn't happen because Goku kill all the dinosaurs around there. All of them. No dinosaur capturing Bulma to eat her. They are all dead. Next, they have this sleep and they watch TV and so on. Nothing relevant there. Goku does maybe rescue the solar Shu, Mayan Shu, because he wanted to. Why not? Gohan told him that he should help people if he can, because that means that he will get help in return. So he does so. He helps them. And then there's that. That's when he starts to show to Bulma who he really is. There is the giant beast, which is written here like this, but in fact, and that happens when they're trying to get the turtle back to the sea, and there's this bear bandit. But this bear bandit threatens what the hell? Okay, bear bandit threatens them with this machete thing, and he's like, "How weird! I never seen you before. Grandpa Gohan always told me that I should be a good person, so I'm not going to kill you unless I need to. But if you leave right now, you know what it will do." And then the bear is like, the beard. Can you imagine that if it were a beard holding a machete? No, seriously, it's holding a saber. It's a bear. So the bear's like, okay, I'm melodicross. I will eat you. You give your nonsense. So Goku just grabs a rock and mixes with his skin with the rock, so it's really resistant somehow. Like he has learned to kill dinosaurs. And he just throws the rock at the head of the bear, obliterating his head. Yes, because right now his power level is probably, after so many rampages, about 10 times higher than it was before. So I'll say there's 12,000, yes, in his base form. The head is gone, like, it's like, then the blood just spewing away like some fountain or something, like really, really weird. And then Goku's like, "Be careful, you'll get all dirty when his blood," or whatever. And Bulma's like, "Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What the hell did you..." Well, he deserved it after all. But oh my gosh, how you so strong! You threw a rock and his head is gone. Oh gosh! Why are you getting all so worked about that? Come on, let's continue. I just took care of him, like all those dinosaurs. And Bulma's like, "So that's why there was so many dinosaur bones around your house?" "Of course. I took care of them. They killed my... Oh, I will say grandpa. Yes, my grandpa. You can call him that. It's not my grandpa, but he was my friend, and they killed him. So I destroyed them all. They were animals." Okay, now seriously, he's not Anakin, but I'm making them reference right there. "They were animals, and I killed them like animals." No, seriously, I just wanted to make the joke. Let's continue.